你们好，同学们 ！Welcome to A Journey to China, Chinese One。欢迎到中国之旅第1册。我是于博士。It's a great day to learn Chinese. In the past 2 lessons, you've learned to use the words 什么 and Shada to ask the questions what and whose. Today, you use the question word 嘛 to help you identify if something belongs to someone. In this lesson, we will review the conversation and vocabulary from our previous 2 lessons. Learn how to respond to yes or no questions. And ask the question, is this yours? Let's begin today by watching the dialogue again from lesson 13.
这是什么？
这是书，
那是什么？
那是书包。
这是什么？你知道吗？
What was the question word you heard in the dialogue? Correct, the word 什么. You learn to ask questions using 什么, meaning what. The main questions of the dialogue were 这是什么? What is this? And 那是什么? What is that? Say 这是什么 with me. 这是什么? Now say 那是什么 together. 那是什么? Where is the question word in the sentence structure? Yes, it's at the end. To respond with an answer, what happens to the question word? 好极了. The question word is replaced by the answer. The first question and the answer in the literal word order was 这是什么? This is what? 这是书. This is a book. The second question and answer followed the same pattern. 那是什么? That is what? 那是书包. That is a school bag. The final question in the dialogue was 你知道吗? What does the sentence mean? 好. It means do you know? The word order is you know, then ma. The question particle word at the end forms the question. Say 你知道吗 with me. 你知道吗? You begin to identify objects we use at school and learn the words 书 book, 书包 school bag, 笔 pen or pencil, 毛笔 writing brush, 尺 ruler, and 橡皮 eraser. You also learn 2 words essential to identifying objects. Can you tell me what they are? You know this. The words are 这 this and 那 that. You'll be using these words often, along with 什么 meaning what. Let's look at the dialogue for lesson 14, where more questions are asked and answered.
这是谁的笔？
那是我的，
那是谁的书包？
大概是林老师的。
What was the question word you learned in this dialogue? That's right, Shada. What does Shada mean? 对了, it means whose. This dialogue showed you how to ask questions using the word Shada. The students asked the questions and identified who owned some objects. The first question was 这是谁的笔? Whose pen is this? 这是谁的笔? The word order is this is whose pen? The second student said 那是我的. That is mine. 那是我的。Say, 这是谁的笔 with me. 这是谁的笔 Now let's say 那是我的 together. 那是我的。What does this mean? Yes, that is mine. The second question was 那是谁的书包 Whose school bag is that? 那是谁的书包 The student answered 那大概是林老师的 That probably is Teacher Lin's. 那大概是林老师的 Say 那是谁的书包 with me. 那是谁的书包 That is whose school bag? Now let's say 那大概是林老师的 together. 那大概是林老师的 That probably is Teacher Lin's. 好 You added to your vocabulary the words 谁的 whose 我的 my or mine 你的 your or yours 大概 probably 剪刀 scissors and 纸 paper. Now I want you to answer some questions. The goal is to see if you can name some items and tell me who owns them. Listen to the question, 同学们, then answer me in a complete sentence. Keep in mind the sentence patterns we've studied. 这是什么？这是什么？ The answer is 这是笔 This is a pen. 这是笔 Now pretend that this pen belongs to you. Here's my question. 这是谁的笔？这是谁的笔？ Did you say 这是我的笔？这是我的笔 This is my pen. That's the answer I was looking for. 这是我的笔 Here's my next question. 那是什么？那是什么？ Did you say 那是橡皮？那是橡皮 That is an eraser. 那是橡皮 If so, good job. Now imagine that the eraser belongs to your neighbor. Keep in mind the pronouns you can use in your answer. Here's my question. 这是谁的橡皮？这是谁的橡皮？ Did you answer 这是他的橡皮？这是他的橡皮 This is his or her eraser. Good job. If you said your neighbor's name and made it possessive, then great job. Here's another item. 那是什么？那是什么？ 那是书包。那是书包。That is a school bag. Imagine that the school bag probably belongs to the teacher in your classroom. My question is, 那是谁的书包？那是谁的书包？ What is your answer? 那大概是老师的。那大概是老师的。That probably is the teacher's. 那大概是老师的。 Did you hear the clue word probably in my instruction? Good work. 那大概是老师的 is what I was looking for. 很好，同学们。It's time for a new dialogue. Listen for the question particle ma in the sentences and see how much you understand.
那是小玉的橡皮吗？
不是，那不是他的。
这是你的橡皮吗？
是的，谢谢。
不客气。
In this dialogue, the students were asking more questions and identifying who owned one object. What was the object? Yes, an eraser. Tell me in Chinese the name for an eraser. 橡皮 is correct. Did you hear ma, the question particle word, in the dialogue? Let's go over the dialogue and learn what the students were saying. Student number 1 said, 那是小玉的橡皮吗? Is that 小玉's eraser? 那是小玉的橡皮吗? Notice ma at the end of this sentence. Student number 2 replied, 不是，那不是她的。No, that is not hers. 不是，那不是她的。Then student number 1 asked, 这是你的橡皮吗? Is this your eraser? 这是你的橡皮吗? Ma is also at the end of this sentence. Student number 2 said, 是的，谢谢. Yes, thanks. 是的，谢谢. Student number 1 replied, 不客气, you are welcome. 不客气. Let's study the new vocabulary for this lesson. First, we have the word 不, meaning no or not. 不 is said with a 4th tone. Listen. 不, 不, 不. Now, say it after me. 不, 不, 不. Next is 是的. 是的 means yes. It's a positive answer to questions that use the verb 是. Which tones are used to say 是的? The 4th and the neutral tones are correct. Practice saying 是的 with me 3 times. 是的, 是的, 是的. Next is the phrase 不客气. It means not at all or don't mention it. It can also mean you are welcome. A special note to remember is that the tone 不 changes to the 2nd tone anytime the next syllable has the 4th tone. Since 客气 has a 4th and neutral tones, 不 changes to the 2nd tone. It sounds like this. 不客气, 不客气, 不客气. Say 不客气 after me 3 times. 不客气, 不客气, 不客气. 好. Here's the name 小玉. 小玉 is a given name for a girl. Listen. 小玉, 小玉. What tones do you hear in 小玉? 小玉 is said with the 3rd and the 4th tones. Say 小玉 with me 3 times. 小玉, 小玉, 小玉. The first syllable in the name 小玉 is the word 小, meaning little or small. 小 is said with the 3rd tone. Listen. 小, 小, 小. Now say it with me 3 times. 小小小 The second syllable in the name 小玉 is 玉. 玉 means jade or precious stone. It is said with the 4th tone. Listen. 玉玉玉 Now say it with me 3 times. 玉玉玉 Let's watch the dialogue again and see how much you understand this time.
那是小玉的橡皮吗？
不是，那不是他的。
这是你的橡皮吗？
是的，谢谢。
不客气。
同学们, do you understand more of the dialogue? Let's learn the sentences. The first question was, 那是小玉的橡皮吗? Is that 小玉's eraser? Notice that the question particle 嘛 is at the end of the sentence. Listen. 那是小玉的橡皮吗？那是小玉的橡皮吗？那是小玉的橡皮吗？ Now, repeat after me. 那是小玉的橡皮吗？那是小玉的橡皮吗？那是小玉的橡皮吗？ The answer to the question was 不是，那不是她的。No, that is not hers. This statement uses 不是, the negative form of 是 to say no. Listen to the sentence. 不是，那不是她的。不是，那不是她的。不是，那不是她的。Now, say it after me. 不是，那不是她的。不是，那不是她的。不是，那不是她的。The next question was, 这是你的橡皮吗？ Is this your eraser? Listen as I say it for you. 这是你的橡皮吗？这是你的橡皮吗？这是你的橡皮吗？ Now, repeat after me. 这是你的橡皮吗？这是你的橡皮吗？这是你的橡皮吗？好。The student answered the question and said, 是的，谢谢。Yes, thanks. 是的，谢谢。Listen carefully. 是的，谢谢。是的，谢谢。是的，谢谢。Now, say it with me 3 times. 是的，谢谢。是的，谢谢。是的，谢谢。The last phrase said was 不客气. You are welcome. Listen. 不客气。不客气。不客气。Now say it with me 3 times. 不客气。不客气。不客气. What does 不客气 mean? Correct. It means you are welcome. As we've studied the sentences in this chapter, you've seen the question particle word 嘛 at the end of some sentences. 嘛 is used to form questions that can be answered with a yes or a no. When you want to form a yes or no question, you add the question word ma to the end of a statement. For example, here's a statement. 你是老师 You are a teacher. To form a question, add ma to the end of the statement, and the sentence becomes 你是老师吗? Are you a teacher? Here's another example. 他姓白 His family name is Bai. Add ma to the end of the statement. It becomes 他姓白吗? Is his family name Bai? To answer the ma question, a yes or no question, the Chinese don't always say 是的 or 是 for yes and 不是 for no. They repeat the verb used in the question to answer yes and say the negative form of the verb for no. For example, the question 你是老师吗? Are you a teacher? 是 is the verb in this sentence. To say yes, the response is 是的，我是老师. Yes, I'm a teacher. Here's another example. The question 你知道吗? Do you know? What is the verb in this sentence? Excellent. It is 知道, to know. To answer with a no response, you put the negative word 不 in front of the verb 知道 and say 我不知道 or 不知道, I don't know or not know. To answer with a yes response, you would say 我知道 or 知道, literally I know or know. Remember to answer the ma question, that is a yes or no question. You repeat the verb used in the question to answer yes, and say the negative form of the verb for no. Let's practice listening to and answering some yes or no questions. I'll describe some object using statements. Then I'll ask you a yes or no question. Answer using the correct form of the verb to say yes or no, and tell me about the object. You should use a complete sentence. Listen to my statement. 那是林大虎的笔。那是林大虎的笔。Here's the question. 那是林大虎的笔吗？那是林大虎的笔吗？ What is your answer? The answer should be 是的，那是林大虎的笔。是的，那是林大虎的笔。Yes, that is 林大虎's pen. 好。Now I'll describe the next object and ask you a question. Listen closely. 这是我的橡皮。这是我的橡皮。Here's the question. 那是你的橡皮吗？那是你的橡皮吗？ Did you say 不是，那不是我的橡皮。不是，那不是我的橡皮。No, that is not my eraser. Here's the next statement and question. 这大概是小玉的尺。这大概是小玉的尺。Here's my question. 那是林大虎的尺吗？那是林大虎的尺吗？ Did you say 不是，那不是林大虎的尺。不是，那不是林大虎的尺。No, that is not Lin Dahu's ruler. That's the answer I was looking for. I know this exercise is challenging, but you can do it. Now, let's turn some statements into questions using ma. I'll make a statement, and you repeat it back to me in the form of a question. Let's begin. 那是林大虎的笔。那是林大虎的笔。Now, you form the question. Did you say 那是林大虎的笔吗？那是林大虎的笔吗？ Is that Lin Dahu's pen? 好。Yes, that's correct. 那是林大虎的笔吗？ Here's the next statement. 那是小玉的尺。那是小玉的尺。Very good. The question formed should be 那是小玉的尺吗？那是小玉的尺吗？ Is that 小玉's ruler? 那是小玉的尺吗？ Here's the last statement. 这是我的橡皮。这是我的橡皮。Correct. The question formed is 这是我的橡皮吗？这是我的橡皮吗？ Is this my eraser? 这是我的橡皮吗？很好。I think you understand how to form questions using ma. Let's go over the things we've studied today. After reviewing our previous 2 lessons, we watched a new dialogue. You listened for ma, the question particle word. The sentences we studied were 那是小玉的橡皮吗？ Is it 小玉's eraser? 不是，那不是她的。No, that's not hers. 这是你的橡皮吗？ Is this your eraser? 是的，谢谢。Yes, thanks. And 不客气。You are welcome. The vocabulary for this lesson included the words 不, meaning no or not, and 是的, meaning yes. The phrase 不客气, meaning you're welcome, not at all, or don't mention it, was also included. You also learned the new name 小玉. 小 means little or small, and 玉 means jade or precious stone. We then talked about the Chinese grammar related to questions that use ma. You learned that a statement can become a yes or no question by adding ma, the question particle word, to the end of a sentence. You then learned to answer the ma question by repeating the verb used in the question to say yes, and the negative form of the verb to say no. You also practiced transforming statements into questions by using ma. You did a lot of work today with the question particle word ma. 同学们, we've come to the end of our lesson, and you've done a wonderful job. Complete your worksheet for this lesson and your homework, because next time we'll review and prepare for a chapter test. I'll see you again for our next lesson on the journey to China. And remember, learning never ends. 学无止境. 再见。